Hello, everyone. We will share with you a good U.S. citizenship interview for your practice. The applicant is a senior woman. She was asked a lot of questions regarding her filing N-400 application. She also had 2 changes on her application after she applied for the citizenship test. Please practice with her and get well prepared for the test. If you want to learn the Civics test with an easy version categorizing into group, check out the latest video on our channel. All right, let's get started.
Mrs. Ashley Steele.
Good afternoon, officer. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you today?
I'm very good, thank you.
Sounds good. I'm Samuel. I'm an immigration officer. Today, I'll be conducting your citizenship interview. Please, follow me.
Sure.
Please put everything down and raise your right hand. You need to swear under oath before the interview. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you, officer.
I apologize for keeping you waiting so long. There was an issue on our computer, so it's so slow this afternoon.
It's okay, no worries, officer.
Thank you. Are you exempt from the English language requirement?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Show me your USCIS appointment letter, your permanent resident card, ID, and your current passport. If you have renewed your passport in the last 5 years, give me your expired passport as well.
Here you go, officer. I haven't renewed my passport before.
All right, I'm going to do the biometrics process right now. It happens the same as what you have done before at USCIS Application Support Center. Please, put your right index finger on the scanner. Make sure your finger is not too dry or chapped. Looks perfect. Please switch to your left index finger. I'm going to collect your photo. Please look straight at the camera right here. Everything is awesome. Do you feel well prepared for your interview today?
Yes, I feel well prepared for it. I tried to learn every day since I submitted my form N-400.
Great. I'm going to start the interview with the Civics test. If you can't hear me clearly, please let me know.
Okay, thank you.
What are the 2 major political parties in the United States?
Democratic and Republican.
What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful?
Checks and balances.
What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves?
Africans.
Who was the first president?
George Washington.
Name one state that borders Mexico.
California.
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
9.
Good. You remember well and did a good job. You passed this part.
Thank you, officer.
Now I'm going to the next part to test your ability to read and write English language. You need to read out loud a sentence on the tablet. Let me know if you are ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, please read it out loud for me.
When is Independence Day?
I'm going to say to you a sentence and need you to write it down. Are you comfortable in writing on the tablet?
No, I don't feel comfortable. Can I write it on a paper?
Sure, I'll give you a sheet of paper right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Independence Day is in July. Great! You passed the reading and writing test.
Thank you so much, officer.
After you become a U.S. citizen, do you plan to live here permanently?
Yes, I plan to live here permanently. My family lives in the US also, and I have a good job here.
Great. Now I'm going to go over your submitted information on your N-400 application and review your background if you meet the U.S. citizenship requirements. Are you sure all the information on your application, the documents you submitted, and the information you give today is correct?
Yes, I'm sure everything is correct, but I have had 2 changes after I submitted my application.
What is it?
I took one trip outside the US and changed jobs one time after I submitted my application.
Okay, I will update it later when I ask you for details. Now please tell me your current legal name.
My current legal name is Ashley Steele.
Your last name is Steele?
Yes.
Have you had other names?
No, I don't. I don't have another name.
Have you changed your name after your marriage?
No, I have never changed my name.
You can change your name for free if you become a U.S. citizen. Do you want to change your name?
No, I don't want to change my name.
Okay. What is your date of birth?
September the 12th, 1961.
Where is your place of origin?
I'm from Scotland.
Your country of nationality is Scotland, correct?
Yes, it's correct, officer.
How did you get admitted to the U.S. and become a permanent resident?
My daughter sponsored me. I became a permanent resident through my daughter.
Is your daughter a U.S. citizen?
Yes, she is a US citizen.
Was your daughter married a U.S. citizen? And she became a U.S. citizen through her marriage?
Yes, it's correct.
Do you live with your daughter right now?
Yes, I live with my daughter.
When did you move to the U.S.?
I moved to the US on December the 17th, 2015.
When did you get your green card?
I got my green card on the same day, on December the 17th, 2015.
Do you know your social security number?
Yes, 684-718625.
What is your height?
I'm 5'3".
What is your telephone number?
949-628-9618.
What is your current address?
450 Liberty Street, Soledad, California, 93960.
You live with your daughter at this address. Is that correct?
Yes, officer. I live with her and my husband at this address.
Have you changed the address after you submitted your citizenship application?
No, I haven't moved after I submitted my application.
How long have you lived at the current address?
I lived at this address for 4 years.
Do you remember the date when you moved to this address?
I'm sorry, officer. Please give me a second. I'll try to remember. I moved to this address on May the 24th, 2019.
Excellent. The address you lived before is 12915 Amador Circle, Apple Valley, California, 92308.
Yes, that's right.
Have you lived in other places in the last 5 years?
No, officer.
You said that you took one trip outside the U.S. after you submitted your application. On what date did you take that trip?
I took that trip on December the 18th, 2022.
How long were you gone?
I was gone 16 days.
You returned to the U.S. on January 5th, 2023?
Yes, I did.
Did you travel to Sweden?
Yes. I went to Sweden on my vacation with my daughter.
How many trips have you taken in the last 5 years?
The total I took was 3 trips.
Which country did you visit on the first trip?
I visited Scotland. I have some relatives in Scotland, so I went to visit them.
On this trip, how many days were you outside the U.S.?
I was outside the US for 9 days.
How long was your second trip?
The second trip was 3 months.
Where did you go?
I also went to Scotland on this trip.
What are the reasons for your long-term travel?
I was going on vacation for 3 weeks, but the flight was cancelled due to the pandemic. The country was locked down, so I was not able to book the other flight.
When did you return to the U.S. on this trip?
I returned to the US on November the 21st, 2020.
Have you had other trips that lasted for more than 6 months?
No, officer.
Okay. You said you changed your job after filing the citizenship application. Who is your current employer?
My current employer is Felbro Food Products.
When did you start working here?
I started working here on November the 6th, 2022.
When did you leave the last job?
I left the last job on November the 1st, 2022.
All right. What kind of work do you do now?
I'm working as a food production line worker.
The last job you worked at AVI Food Systems, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, officer.
You worked there for 3.5 years, from June 10th, 2019 to November 1st, 2022?
Yes, it's correct.
Where else have you worked in the last 5 years?
I haven't worked anywhere else.
You didn't have a job before that, did you?
It's right. I didn't have any jobs before that.
Who supported you since you got here?
My husband and my daughter supported me.
Have you received any public benefits since you got here?
No, officer. I have never received any public benefits.
What is your marital status?
I'm married.
What's your spouse's full legal name?
My husband's full name is Sean Robert Hugan.
The date of birth of your spouse is June 5th, 1958?
Yes.
Your spouse was from Scotland, and his current immigration status is lawful permanent resident, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Is your spouse still working?
Yes. He's still working.
What is your spouse's occupation?
He is a manager at the Rose and Crown British restaurant in Soledad, California.
Has your spouse had any previous marriages?
No, he hasn't. He has been married only one time, with me.
All right. How many children do you have?
I have one daughter.
What is your daughter's full name?
Her full name is Laura Huhan.
Is her birthday August 15th, 1984?
Yes.
Is your daughter biological to you?
Yes, she is.
Do you have any adopted children in Scotland?
No, I don't have any adopted children.
All right. Now I'm going to review your background and your criminal records. I ask you questions, but if you don't understand, don't hesitate to let me know. First of all, do you pay taxes on time every year since you got here?
Yes, I pay taxes on time every year since I came here.
Have you ever not filed a tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident?
I'm sorry. Can you say that again? A little bit slower, please.
Okay. Have you ever not filed a tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident?
No. I filed a tax return every year.
Did you ever have a hereditary title or an order of nobility in your country?
No, I didn't.
Do you understand what order of nobility means?
I understood. It's like king or queen.
Good. Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident when filing a tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident?
No, I haven't.
Please just answer yes or no. Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated, either directly or indirectly, with the Communist Party?
No.
Have you ever registered to vote, or have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No.
Did you ever work for any German, Nazi, or SS military unit, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, extermination camp, concentration camp, prisoner of war camp, labor camp, or transit camp?
No.
What does concentration camp mean?
A place to keep prisoners of war.
Were you ever involved in badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose?
No.
Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in prison or jail?
No.
Have you ever joined the military in Scotland?
No.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer, including any immigration official or any official of the U.S. Armed Forces for any reason?
No.
Do you understand what cited means?
It means to be given a ticket by police.
Have you ever received a ticket from the police in the U.S., including a traffic ticket?
No.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense?
No.
Have you ever been charged with committing, attempting to commit, or assisting in committing a crime or offense?
No.
Have you ever been in jail or prison in any country?
No.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes.
Can you define civilian?
A person who is not in the military.
Good. Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit?
No.
Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, requisition, or deportation proceedings?
No.
Do you support the Constitution and the form of government of the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
Perfect. Now, please look at the tablet and review your updated application. I already updated your new job and trip outside the U.S. Make sure everything is correct and sign at the last page. You also need to sign on the Oath of Allegiance section. This is a significant part. Before you sign, please review and make sure you fully understand new responsibilities and duties as a U.S. citizen. Congratulations! You passed the test and deserve to be a U.S. citizen.
Thank you so much, officer. I'm so happy. Finally, I did it.
You're welcome. USCIS will let you know when the oath ceremony is scheduled. You may receive an envelope from USCIS in mail within a month. Make sure you don't miss the oath ceremony or let us know if you want to reschedule. Do you have any questions?
I got it. I'm good. Thank you so much.
All right. Congratulations again. I'll take you out. Have a great day.
Thank you, officer.